Okay, all right. So this is the Size-Wise Health Coaching session for Monday, and today is June 3rd, and we're in the mix of this hot heat wave. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday weekend too, and didn't eat too far off from what we're trying to accomplish here in the Size-Wise program. But hey, everything that I coach you on is 80-20. Meaning 80% of the time, I want you to, take the lessons that we learn, use the low carb approach, eat whole, real, regular food in contrast to processed, refined food. And then the other 20% of the time, I want you to enjoy your life. I want you to, if you have to go to a cookout, not have to. I had to go to a cookout. This is my family, my husband's side cookout in Orangeburg. Right? So you know what you're going to get there. I got, we had some wonderful macaroni. I ate it. We had some green beans that were cooked in a lot of butter, and I think it had bacon and just lots of flavorings. I didn't partake in the meat. That was just my own preference. And there was some, what was that? All kinds of pecan pies and all this, the fried fish and everything. So my plate, what it looked like was I had a lot of basically a vegetable plate, and I had some of the desserts that were there. I actually even tried, it was in just this little cooler. I didn't know what it was, but it said something about lemonade. It was bright yellow green. And I was like, let me see what this is. So I took a swig of it, excuse me, and that thing was sweet. I mean, it must have been, I know there's sweet tea out there, but this was sweet lemonade or some kind of something or another. But I could only take a sip of it, and I was done. But after that, I kind of felt a little sluggish. The next day, I was like, man, you know what? I'm ready to just get back to what I know, just makes me feel better in terms of the food. I did my water with lemon, which is a great way to start your day, whether you're just looking for health and wellness, looking for weight loss. What that does is it helps cleanse the liver out. It helps just get the digestive system back going from a day of being at a cookout like I was. But nevertheless, I was able to enjoy time with my family. I didn't bring my cooler of I don't know, if you want to call it healthy foods. I just, hey, one day, I call that my 20%, and I encourage you to don't be so hard on yourself. 80% of the time, we're going to do what we're learning in these lessons and eat clean, whole, real, unprocessed foods. 20% of the time, just don't worry about it. And that 20%, I guarantee, as you move forward in this program and continue to learn, the 20% might go to 15% and then 10% because your taste buds are going to start to change. All the cells of your body will start to change. The more you move over to eating in a whole food type of way that benefits weight loss, that helps with all of your vitals, your numbers, your cholesterol, A1C, all of that stuff. It just takes a little bit of time. So we're really glad for you that you guys are still in the Size-Wise program. Also, another note before we get started is for those that have been in the program longer than or at least 3 months, it's been over 3 months, we've had a couple come in already. You need to schedule your follow-up bod pod test. It's a part of the program. And we want to see what outcomes you have. And also, if you're not getting results that you're looking for, I'm here to help. We're here to steer you in the right direction. Make use of the program and let us know what you need. But you've got to schedule your bod pod test, okay? Your follow-up bod pod test. Okay, so let's see, periodically I'm seeing the face of one of the participants. Do you see that? Okay, I am seeing, let's see. So far I see 2 people. I see you, Audrey, and I see Pamela. And then I think everyone else is possibly on the phone. So if there's anything else that I'm not seeing, then definitely let me know. But also hopefully all of you can see and at least hear me. Okay, I think we have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 people on now, so okay. But yeah, if you guys any questions or if there's any technical issues, definitely let me know. Okay, but you guys, Pamela, thumbs up. You can see me, right? Yep.
Yes, I can
Okay.
see you, but periodically I'm seeing somebody else. It just keeps flashing back and forth.
I know what I know what you mean. Okay. Got it. So let me, I know exactly what you're talking about. So what happens is whenever whoever is talking, it'll light up that person, whoever is talking. So I'm going to mute. Um, Audrey, can you still hear me? Thumbs up. Okay. All I did was I muted you. Now, Pamela, you should be able to just see and hear me.
Right now, that's all I see and hear you.
Okay. Okay. Got it. I think we're good. I think we're good now. Thank you for that. That was more of just a setting on there. So, okay. So the first thing I wanted, well, actually, does anybody have any questions? I know now we got to get on and off mute, but before we start, any questions on anything that I've gone over, but also just logistics questions or celebrations, like things that people have, recently noticed, done well, anything? No, I know some of you are still new. Others were tweaking directions, right? Right. That's what that bod pod test is there for too. Also is like, hey, let's see how far we've come and doing what we've been doing for 3-4 months. And then I'll talk to you and just be like, okay, tell me what about this? What about this? What about this? And I'll say, you know what, if we haven't gotten the results that we're wanting, this, based on what you tell me, this is probably what's going on. And I'll quickly help you change the trajectory or change the direction so you don't continue doing the same thing, that might not be getting as great results that you're looking for. So come on in to schedule. You'll go to that same calendar link. I will post that. I will send it in the email, the follow-up email. Usually I send that email at about, I don't know, at least before I go to sleep tonight. I'll send a recap email with the recipes we talk about today, and then any other attachments that I have. And also I'll send the link to schedule your follow-up bod pod. Audrey, you don't need to worry about that, not till another 3 months, okay? All right, so we're talking about condiments and also spices today, and I'm gonna do a demo to make, not everyone loves it, but I know a lot of people do, ranch dressing, okay? This is going to be, and then I have another recipe for you guys. If you've been to a Chinese food restaurant, they have this white sauce, i.e. yum yum sauce. If you've heard of that, but a lot of people love this type of sauce to put on their rice or to put on their vegetables, which I'm highly going to recommend. It's a great way to give flavor to vegetables that we need you to eat. Almost all your vegetables are going to be low carb. So in the SizeWise program, we talk about eating typically in a lower carb way, but we want it to taste good. Okay, so even salads, we want to have ingredients in our condiments that pass the test for our health and our wellness. The problem with ranch dressings and all these different Italian dressings that are out there on the market is there's all kinds of fillers and preservatives, sometimes high fructose corn syrup, and you wouldn't even know. Unfortunately, at a Ruby Tuesdays or Chili's or Applebee's or something like that, you just really don't know. 9 times out of 10 is not going to be it's not going to be like a homemade thing because they have to keep up with the demand. So I just want to inspire you to just be excited that you can make a lot of the things that we think we're not supposed to be eating. When you make them at home and you see how easy it is, it tastes better. You will enjoy your food and you'll get excited, I'm hoping, to be able to try more things in the kitchen. As we know, one of the top 10 ways to lose weight, one of them is to get some practice in the kitchen and prepare your food at home as often as you possibly can, where you have control of your ingredients. I mean, top 10, it's like one of the top ones. You don't have to become a chef. I'm not a chef, but I just believe it's such a gift that I decided that I wanted to learn how to prepare a little bit more food. And now I'm kind of getting better at it. I'm getting good at it. So for those of you that enjoy cooking already, you have a leg up over everybody because you already know the ins and outs. I wish I would have watched my grandma and my mom a little bit more in the kitchen, but I'm having to learn a little bit later. But it is the greatest gift you can give yourself from a health standpoint and a weight loss standpoint. Okay, so just start small. And we're going to talk about condiments here. So now I'm going to share my screen. Oh, here it is. And I'm going to show you just one document that's a little one-pager, and it's titled How to Spice Up Your Plant-Based Diet. Okay, so why does it say plant-based? You don't have to be plant-based. The SizeWise program is not quote-unquote plant-based. What we do know is doctors are telling us, they've told us for years, we got to get our fruits and vegetables. Maybe not all fruits. Remember, if we're doing this low carb, we want to stick with the lower sugar fruits, which of course are going to be your berries. But when it comes to preparing your food at home as often as you can, and getting more veggies, lower carb veggies like leafy greens, broccoli, cauliflower into your body, we want to use spices to be able to make it flavorful. So you just don't have this bland, thing or meal or dish that you really don't like. You just, you don't want to just eat it just because someone told you. This is a lifestyle thing. We got to give your body the foundation of what it needs. So why not spice it up with some of these things here? So the way this is outlined, I'm going to email this to you. And as I was learning how to cook, this was actually really great. I didn't go out and buy all these things all at once, but over time, I started realizing, wow, there really is like something to having as many spices as you can at your disposal in your kitchen, so that when you see a recipe that you want to make, it's like, let's say 10 ingredients. You're like, man, that's a lot of ingredients. That's a lot of stuff to do. This is if you're not familiar or you just don't really have the time to cook and prepare your food. But when you start looking at these recipes, it's very comforting to know that out of 10 ingredients, maybe the last 5 or 6 are just spices. Really, they're just spices. And so you can kind of change your mind like, man, that's too many ingredients. I don't even want to try it. I'm not going to do it. To all of a sudden, you start to build up in the number of spices that you have in your cabinet. And then you're like, bam, I can make that. I can make that. And your whole world opens up in terms of what you can make in a pinch. So the way this is laid out, it just shows in the middle, back to the basics. So it says, I keep these in the kitchen at all times. With these simple ingredients on hand, you can pretty much improvise whichever flavor combination you want for your plant-based meal. So these are things like sea salt, pepper. There's something called earth balanced butter, olive oil. I just went and got some white wine vinegar because I ran out. Bragg's amino acids. This is a little alternative to soy sauce. Fresh garlic, fresh lemon, ginger, curry, cayenne pepper, basil, honey, stevia. Okay, so you all know what probably almost all of those are. I didn't know the Bragg's amino acids, and I wasn't sure when I first started learning how to cook what the earth balanced butter was, but it's an alternative to butter that's more just made out of canola oil and some other oils as well. It's like an oil blended into a butter flavor. But there is an organic version of it that I really do like. So Earth Balance is the brand. And then as you look to the left and the right of the box, you can see on the left side, there's some American flavor combinations. Okay, so we've got in the South, that's where we're at, Earth Balance butter, sea salt, pepper, vinegar. So we like to fry a lot of stuff. So maybe in a later session, I can show you ideas for oven frying instead of deep frying. The key phrase here or key things you'll use there are like panko crumbs. You can use almond meal to get that crust on. I made some, it's like this called chicken schnitzel, but eggs, panko breadcrumbs and almond flour is a great crust to make that kind of gives you that fried kind of taste. Dijon mustard, a healthy barbecue sauce on that one. All you need to do is look for one that has lower sugar on it. Definitely not high fructose corn syrup in the ingredients if you do use a barbecue sauce. So then you got Cajun, coastline. Down on the bottom left, you've got some Asian flavor combinations. So typically this is what you would see in the Asian fare. Garlic, ginger, lemongrass, miso paste, which I've got a great recipe. I was like, what is miso paste? And I looked at it, I had to Google it. I found the miso paste in the grocery store. And now I love the dish. And so now I make this dish often and I know what miso paste is. It's like riding a bike. And I just want you to know it's not easy at first, but just try one or two things and you'll start to feel like real confident once you get a dish that actually tastes really good, and your family will love it too. And I promise you need to fail as well. In healthy eating, healthy cooking, you need to, as one of my mentors said, you need to burn your rice. You need to burn the rice, meaning just, don't worry about if it doesn't turn out right. Make something with too much salt. If you do, that's okay, because then that's how you learn. Sweet tooth, we've got that. We've got Mexican flavors is the bottom right. Going up to the right, going up to the top, we've got East Asia flavors and Mediterranean, Greek flavor combinations. Mediterranean style of eating, you guys have probably heard that thrown out. Wonderful in terms of health benefits and flavor. So this is where your Italian seasoning, bay leaves, oregano, sage, thyme, parsley. Okay, and then we have Italian flavor combinations there. So I'll send this out to you just to spark your imagination and I guess inspiration on trying some new things with different flavors. Okay. So now I was going to show you. I'm not going to make this one, but hopefully you can see this. I'm going to make the ranch dressing for you. And I know you won't be able to taste it, but just want to show you how easy it is and what ingredients I'm going to use to make this ranch dressing. But this one here is that funny yum yum sauce, right? The yum yum sauce is everyone's favorite Japanese steakhouse sauce. Mix with fried rice or dip your seafood, vegetables, or steak in this delicious sauce. And it really is very good. Takes 5 minutes to prep, 5 minutes total to make. And I'm just going to show you the ingredients here. Of course, I'll email this to you as well. 16 ounces of mayonnaise. Okay, how do I feel about mayonnaise? I feel like gotta look at the ingredients. You can get a organic mayo if you want, or you can find, again, I mentioned that brand called Earth Balance. Earth Balance has a butter, but Earth Balance also has, it might be backwards to you, but this is they call it Mindful Mayo. Earth Balance Mindful Mayo, and it is organic. Actually, no, it's not organic. Sorry, it is non-GMO verified. Anyway, that means something else. But the ingredients here are, it's made out of canola oil, water, brown rice syrup, okay, apple cider vinegar, extra virgin olive oil, pea protein, salt, mustard flour, and lemon juice concentrate. So then you're like, well, how does it taste? This tastes just like mayonnaise, and I am a mayonnaise lover. So the difference is it just doesn't have any eggs in it. Why is that important? I want people to eat more plant-based. You don't have to give up meat, but we know that when we get the colorful fruits and vegetables, our body loves that. But when we eat too much meat, eggs, cheese, yogurt, dairy, if we get too much of it, most people's bodies don't really want all that. They don't like all that. We got to balance it out with a little bit more plant-based. So any opportunity we can get to try to minimize the amount of daily consumption of these things. A lot of people do very well with starting to heal, lose the weight. Again, we're still sticking with low carb, but I'm kind of talking to you about the health side of things. We're here to lose weight, but I'm here to show you and coach you how to de-inflame your body and get some balance with more plant-based eating. Okay, so this is Earth Balance Mindful Mayo in case you want to try it. Okay. All right, so then we do have some butter. That's why I would make that substitution on, instead of the mayonnaise, we're going to keep we'll use the butter, 2 tablespoons garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, water, a little bit of sugar, and some hot sauce. So all we're going to do with that, I just wanted to show you this, and I have 2 more things to show you. In a medium bowl or a food processor, you just dump all that stuff in there and you mix it up. That's it. That's cooking for you, making your yum yum sauce. Okay. When I make the ranch dressing, which I'm going to do in just a second, we should be able to finish this by 7. I mean, it's the same thing. I'm going to use a mason jar. And if you don't have mason jars, I highly recommend them. They're great to put your smoothies in. They're great for storage. And they're just really very handy in the kitchen. Okay, so that is your yum yum sauce. I just wanted to show you. If you try it, let me know. And then now we're going to go to the recipe that I'm going to demonstrate. Uh-oh. Oops, let me do this. Change that. Okay, so we're going to share this one. Okay, dairy-free ranch dressing. All right, so here are the ingredients, and we're gonna, it says, gonna go down to the bottom. It's saying, oh, let me make sure. Can you guys see? Yeah, hopefully you guys, yeah, nod your head. Yes, you can see my screen. Okay, cool. All right, half cup vegan mayonnaise. Okay, so, whoops, why can I not see you guys? Try one thing. Oh, I know. Okay, got it. Now I can see you all. Okay, so half cup. So basically, like I said, all I'm gonna do is down. The recipe says all we need to do is combine ingredients in a bowl. Okay, but like I said, I'm gonna put it in that mason jar. So what I'm gonna do, yeah. All I'm doing is I'm putting the half cup of the mayonnaise, and yes, I am a measurer. Okay, I have a lot of friends that try to teach me how to cook, and they're like, oh, you just throw this in and just put this in. And I'm like, I'm not there yet. So I like to measure everything just to make sure I've got it right. Okay, so let's see if I can just go down there. Well, you guys get it. I'll just put it, just hold it up. So I'm just gonna put the mayonnaise in here, half cup. Plus a little more because I like it. Okay. Next on the list is this full-fat coconut milk. And here's another thing where when you start cooking, you'll learn of all these different things that you're like, man, I didn't know that. But I may have shown this before, but full-fat coconut milk is different from, you know how you can get almond milk, coconut milk that you would use in a cereal. So that would be like something like this, right? We're not talking about this. So this is almond milk. This is from Trader Joe's. And then there's like coconut milk. You keep it in the refrigerator. So we're not talking about that. We're talking about full fat coconut milk. That dish I was telling you about that I used some miso paste, and I was trying to figure out what that was. And once I found it and made the dish, that dish was amazing. It also calls for coconut milk. Okay, so coconut milk, here's the one that I bought. This is from Trader Joe's. It's an organic coconut milk. And it's very... So you can't see the screen?
I'm not seeing your demo. I'm just seeing the recipe.
Oh, the recipe. Oh, got it. Okay, got it. Thank you. I know what I need to do. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Now you can see me, right? Okay, so I will show... Oh. Do you guys see this? This was the Earth Balance vegan mayo. Okay, Earth Balance. Thank you for letting me know that. Made with olive oil. And then the coconut milk. That's right. Okay, it's in a can, and you keep it in the pantry. You don't keep it in the refrigerator until after you've opened it. But coconut milk, this is also from Trader Joe's, and great source of healthy fat. I mean, it has 11 grams of healthy fat and carbs. I know we're talking about carbs versus virtually 1 gram of carb, 1 gram of sugar, but lots of flavor in a lot of the dishes that you'll use coconut milk with. Okay, so hold on real quick, because I'll send you guys the recipe. So I don't need to keep that up. I want you guys to see the demo. So I put I was saying the mason jar. Yeah, that's where we probably lost me. I'm gonna do everything in the mason jar and just shake it up. And that's my ranch dressing. I'm gonna have to stir it, shake it. But I put the half cup of mayo already. I'm gonna go ahead and do the half cup of the coconut milk. Really thick. This is gonna give us that creamy consistency too that ranch dressing has. Okay, so coconut milk calls for a teaspoon of onion powder. So now these are just your standard seasonings that you should start to keep in your kitchen. So a teaspoon of onion powder. and a teaspoon of garlic powder. And you guys, this onion and garlic powder, if you don't use it already, like I use this in my eggs every single day. Well, not every single time. If I do eat eggs, my husband eats eggs a little more frequently than I do, just because I have more things that I like for breakfast. He's pretty straightforward, like 1 or 2 things and he's good. But I put onion powder and garlic powder and a little sea salt in scrambled eggs or in my omelet. And it gives it so much flavor. So a teaspoon each of onion and garlic powder, done that. And then it calls for 2 teaspoons of dried dill. So I just got that over here. Dill. So dill is something that I didn't have, I don't use often, but because I know that I'll be using it again, I just went out and bought some just for you guys. So 2 teaspoons of dill. And, you know, the one thing that you realize is you're not going to even, like the reason we like these things, you know, like ranch dressing, is really because of these spices. You know, like the spices are really going to cover up the fact that we didn't use eggs and that we're using the coconut milk and we're using the vegan mayonnaise. It's going to taste just like ranch dressing. And you're like, yeah, right. I encourage you to try. So, okay, so that's 2 teaspoons of dill, 2 teaspoons dried parsley. Okay. 1, 2, 1 tablespoon of chives. So that's another one that I don't typically use often, but chives. So again, I'm buying these Spice Islands chives, or spice, all the type of spices I'm getting. 1 tablespoon of dried chives. And again, remember, that's probably mostly what you taste when you eat ranch dressing are the spices, like I said, and mostly the chives. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon of Himalayan salt. And what's the deal with Himalayan salt? So I use this real salt, and real salt is just the type of sea salt that has, you can see some of the trace minerals in it. So it's different than your iodized, pure, refined white salt. This is still salt, it's still sodium. So you wanna, you know, make sure you don't go overboard on it. But this just calls for 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, okay? Teaspoon, and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. So almost done. Dump everything in. 1 teaspoon apple cider vinegar. This is the mother of all, no pun intended, because the stuff down at the bottom is called the mother, believe it or not. And it's fermented. You've heard about apple cider vinegar. You may or may not have used it. When I said that you can drink warm water with lemon, like the juice of 1/2 a lemon in the morning to help promote digestion and get your liver going and help start the cleansing process. It serves the same purpose. So a cup of warm water with about, I don't know, I would do 1 or 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. Just stir it up, drink it. It's just a nice way to get the body starting to cleanse. There's so many health benefits to apple cider vinegar that this definitely should be a household staple if it's not already. I make my raspberry vinaigrette dressing with apple cider vinegar sometimes. So just remember that. So we're going to do 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. And finally, we're going to do 1 teaspoon of white wine vinegar. Right? So I just got this Cola Vita, white one, just a basic white wine vinegar. And this is used a lot in cooking for flavor and making reductions, I guess. Something called a reduction. I'm not a chef, but I've heard that term before. So a tablespoon of white wine vinegar. I'm sorry, teaspoon. Okay, that's it. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a stir. Okay, in here, and then I'm just going to shake it. I wish you guys could try it. Maybe I'll have to bring it to Dr. Daniel's office. It smells just like ranch dressing. And I've made it before, I just haven't made it with this particular recipe. But it's basically ready to go. So let me go ahead and do a little shake, and then that will be it. Okay, so the other recipe, the other part says once you shake it all up, get it all blended, you can store it in the mason jar, and it'll last probably for about I'd say at least a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Okay, so that's the only, if you want to call it a downfall, that's compared to like the store-made ranch dressing. They put all this crap in it so that you can have it for like 6 months, maybe not that long, but since this is fresh, you're going to want to go ahead and use it within that I'd say 1.5 to 2 weeks. Probably on the more closer to 2 weeks, because when you think about what is, what's the word, perishable, I guess, like ranch dressing, there's eggs and, and a mayonnaise that has the eggs in it, that will go bad. But really, we've just got the vegan mayonnaise, coconut milk, and then the spices. I'd keep this for like 2 weeks. So, okay. And then it says refrigerate at least 1 hour before serving. So that's because it's a little on the light side as far as the texture. But when you put this in the refrigerator, the coconut milk, that thick culinary coconut milk, it'll kind of thicken up at a colder temperature. So that'll allow it to get a little bit thicker, like that, squeezable ranch dressing that we typically use. But you guys, this smells really good. Again, the spices is what makes it. Exactly the ones we put in together are the ones that you taste in a ranch dressing. So that is it. So I had a couple of questions in here, and I think I saw one. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay. Well, that was just, you saw the demo. Okay, thank you, Pamela, for letting me know. Can I drink apple cider vinegar if I take diuretics? That's a good question. I talked to your doctor about that. I could probably easily see if my initial thought is that if anything is going to make you go to the bathroom even more. Whether there's an interaction with the diuretic, I don't know for sure, but I would probably refer you over to your doctor to ask about that. Okay. Yeah, it's possible. It'd be nice if you could use apple cider vinegar in place of the diuretics, right? Right? Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Say that again.
I would love that, but I heard that it acts as a diuretic. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm afraid, because the diuretics already make me, urinate a lot.
Yeah. Ask about the interaction, but like I said, yeah, if you could just do the apple cider vinegar, that would be great. But there might be another reason why he or she is having you do the diuretics. So, yeah. Okay. Thank you for that question. Okay, well, that is it. You guys have some ideas on how to make a ranch dressing if you like ranch. But I've got so many other types of dressings that are very easy to make. And like I said, all you do, you just pop it in a mason jar or a bowl, and or I have some recipes where you just put them in the blender, blend it up for like 45 seconds, and you've got it, Okay. All right, so if there's no other questions, then we will end this. We went a little bit over, but we will have another session in 2 weeks. And if you have any questions on the app or anything like that, then let us know. And you can email thesizewizesc@gmail.com. And we appreciate you. Get your workouts in, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Okay, thanks you guys. Bye.